Hi and welcome to our first idea virtual academy. Today's topic is the purchasing and spare part management in Idea Yard with the barcode basics. My name is Felix Menges and I'm sales manager here at Idea Data Solutions. What can you expect today? So I will show you all functionality directly in our software, starting with the spares, the inventory itself, how you enter them, how you track them, then how you can generate purchase orders and receive items. Furthermore, there will be some functionality about active inventory, assigned storages, or these kind of topics. So after this video, you will have a full overview how to handle your spares on board. And after this video, there will be the time for all open questions. So after the video, please feel free to drop them. So now we are directly in our software suite. As promised, I will show you everything directly here. So I'm currently logged in as a superintendent, so I have full permissions to see and adjust all data. So as a different crew member, I can see different things, or I'm not allowed to change this. This can be all set in the permissions, but this is a big topic which will be handled by one of my colleagues. So please feel free to join this session also. So I am here in the folder bearings for pumps, and here are my inventory, my bearings. These are sample ones, and I want to add a new one. So I keep it a little bit randomly, but with this you will see the functionality also. So I add this item. So, and there it is. So now we can set everything which we need. So the name is the name, then I can type a model, type in a model or type. I can select a manufacturer out of our address book. The same is for the manufacturer. I keep it completely randomly. And I can assign a master storage. A master storage means that a default master storage is a master storage where the spares normally stored. You can use multiple storage areas, but if you have a master storage, this is by default every time on for this spare part. So if you receive items, for example, it's by default in this storage area, but you can change this also. I will show you this. But here we get a prompt, okay, I want to change the master storage. Want I move the spares or keep the spares? I have no spares in, so I keep the spares. So now we have set the basics. Then I can enter the item ID, a category which can be set in the system settings, also handled in the administration topic. I can set it if it's critical or not. I can enter the manufacturer part, the supplier part, and the barcode. Here I can see the barcode is already generated. This is by the software itself, but you can use your own also. So if you want to use the barcodes by the supplier directly, you can use this. And the barcode functionality is an additional module, so maybe not active in your installation. But with this, you reduce your needed time, and it's much faster to scan in, scan out very easily. So then I can type the quantity in. I say, okay, I have 10 currently on board. They will be set directly in the lower deck. 1. I can set a unit. In minimum, I need 7 on board. Maximum is 15. I can set the price, the currency, the weight, and an expiry date if it has one. Furthermore, I can set remarks for public and private, and these are the details. And for sure, I have to save it. Yes, I have changed the quantity. Was it a manual change or a correction? I say, okay, I set it as correction. I don't want to have that on the purchase report because I have not purchased it, but I will show you this later on also. So every change need a reason. Here's the reason I have added 10 into lower deck 1 for the bearing in the system and correct it. I can type every reason I need or I want to set. Okay, I save it. Now we have 10 on board. Then, furthermore, to the shopping cart. The shopping cart can help you a lot. So, out of shopping carts, you can create requests, or you can see what you want to purchase in the next time. We have department, personal, and global shopping cart, and I say okay, and I directly see okay, there's none on each shopping cart and none of orders, but I want to have 5 on my on the department shopping cart, and I get the prompt, yeah, it has worked. I have it now on my shopping cart. And the last point is when it was last updated. This is by the administrator today. So now we have the initial overview, what data can be stored. So in here we see different colors for the spare parts, gray, red and yellow. So red means that it's a critical one. Gray means the quantity currently is over maximum. And yellow means it is under maximum, but we have some on stock. So in the case I want to adjust the quantity, here I see directly, oh, I have more than one storage area, so I do it directly in the storage area. Here we see 2 storage areas, and I want to adjust the data here up to 7. And I see it directly on the GA where it's located. I want to save it. I get the prompt to enter the reason, and I keep it with the correction. So +3 correction and update it. And I double check this. I go to the description field, and yes, I have 7 here. So we were in the storage area. Here are much more things you can enter. So let's go to this bearing. I think it had the cover picture. Yes, it's dirty, but it's only to show you, yeah, there can be cover pictures uploaded, and I can remove it. Then I can see more details about the manufacturer, more details about the supplier, the already mentioned storage areas. I can set also new ones to this. I have the full history, what happened with the spare part. I can see on which purchase order it is, and I can upload all related documents. So, but in the description side here were more. So I can save it, I can print it, I can print out the barcode, I can set an item link. An item link means that, for example, this bearing will be used for the main machinery also here. Then I can use item links, so I don't have to create the same bearing 2 times. So it helps you so you don't mess up your database. So if you use this item link, you have one bearing, and you can link this complete in your database, and you see, okay, the master one is here. Here I can adjust the data, and the item link can be used here also. I can copy it, I can cut it, I can set it as favorite, and I can delete it. Then we can go over to the stock control module itself. Everything which was shown, yes, now this was all in the basic module, but now we jump into the stock control module, starting with the inventory list. So we have a list of all spare parts we have on board. We can filter to get a decent list of spares we want to have according to manufacturer, supplier, location, that I respect the items which are already on orders, for categories if it's critical, department, domain, group, subfolders, and other filter. This means I can filter, for example, all which is under minimum. I apply the filter and get the list of spares which are under minimum. Here you see the current quantity is 2, but minimum we should have on board 4. I can enable also a forecast. This means that I can set a time frame, for example 3 months. If I know I have a longer trip, then I get a full list of spares I will need during this time frame to maintain the yard properly. So very handy and definitely good to have. And then I can set this list on a request directly on a shopping cart, or I can print it. I can set here also the quantity I want to purchase. So I say, so here a little bit more, here only 2. So, and I want to add them to a shopping cart. I want to open the shopping cart after it, and I want to do it on the department-wide shopping cart. And here I see, okay, there is something in. The B-ring I have set already before, and now the things which are ordered due to this list. Not ordered, it's to the shopping cart. So then I can go back to this. So we have the inventory list, we have the shopping cart. Here I can switch from personal to department or global. I have the purchasing one, and there we will go over. And now we are in the purchasing part of IDA Art. Here I have several filters to filter in my existing purchases. So for the description, order number, requisitor. So it's quite a lot to ensure you have the full overview about your orders and which state they are. Here are the stages. So it's an open request, purchase request, quote request, purchase order, or it's delivered, completed. These steps can be changed, adjusted according to your own workflow or how you want to handle your purchases. This I can directly show you here. We have the purchase order states. So here it is. We can add a new one with name, with the steps where it is, and if the items are allowed to receive. This means if I can click on receive that I have this now on board. So that makes sense a stage later, not the initial stages. Then I can select who is allowed to create this step and who can modify it if the budget is checked and if an approval is required. So I keep it with the default ones, and here I see, okay, the quote request takes the budget into mind. It has to be should be approved, and here I'm allowed to receive. On the purchase order, the same. Here I can see, okay, nearly everyone can create this step, everyone can modify the step, and it takes the budget into consideration, and the approval is required. So not everyone is allowed to approve. I would say normally the captain definitely, or purser and superintendent. These can be set in the permissions. And furthermore, the budgets. We can have budgets. I want to add a new one. This, I call it test. Then position is, so who used this? I say, okay, the chief engineer, the department is engine, who can approve this budget? And I say, okay, that is only the captain. So approved budget means if we overseed or exceed the budget, then the captain has to approve that this is allowed. So the interval is per month, and I keep it so, and the amount is $500 US. So I say, okay, this is active for the October, and I can create it. Yes, I want to create this budget. So you can create so many budgets you like, and you can use this for the purchasing system. So let's go back to the purchasing system. So here we see we have still some orders in our system, but I want to show you how you create one. So the new order can be a purchase order or a work order. Purchase order is to receive items, and the work order is to get services by a third-party company. The workflow is completely the same, only that you have here items and here you have services you want to order. I keep it with the purchasing one. So I call it here also test. Then the administration department wants to receive something, and the initial status is open request. So And here with all steps, we are in the first one. We can go back to the list or move to the next one, close the order or delete it. And here are the general information about it. The description, the order number generated by our system, the barcode. So that means if you have printed out, you can scan the barcode and you jump directly in our system to this purchase order. So the date is today, due date I can set, the requisitor is the idea administrator, the department is administration, and I want to use the test budget. I can define the shipping and payment and where I want to receive it. But this is for later. So I can set notes and remarks. I click save and there are still no items on. So I want to have order from the shopping cart. I want to have the 12 bearings, the next 12 bearings and the 12 gaskets. I had also set transfer all, but I have keep it one by one. So here we see we want to order 12, received 0, the item, the manufacturer, supplier, storage, the price, and so on. So we can add also some items which are not in the vessel database. So you can set it on the order, but it will not appear automatically in the vessel database. So then we can later on also print all item labels, very handy and easy if you have the barcode functionality. Then I can set the supplier address, the delivery address and the billing address out of our address books. Then I can add the invoice and all documents. So if we remember correctly, we can check the purchase status where I have to approve something. So I want to show you definitely also where an approval is needed. So quote request. To show you this directly, I switch over to another crew member, or I take my own one with the random password. I log in. This takes a while, but it is going. So then we go into the stock control, into the purchasing system, and then in the open request, here we go. There's some items in. Okay, this is a different one. I want to have our, which we have, so this number was it. Okay. So here we see again, we have everything what the administrator added in, and now I want to move it to the next step. So now it's a purchase request, and yes, I want to order this definitely. Oh, okay, I get a notification that an approval is pending. I can set a notification directly to the superintendent and I send it out. So now you can see I cannot move to the next step. So for this, the approval has to be done. According to the system, I am not allowed to do it, so I log in as a superintendent again to be able to approve this. So then we go directly back into the purchasing system and we see okay, or we can do it with our notifications. There should be yes. Felix Menges has said okay, I have to approve this order. Okay, close, I have seen it. Then I go to the stock control model, into the purchasing system, and here is the quote request. I go into it, and here you see I have the approve button, which the chief engineer doesn't have. So I approve it, yes, I'm sure I want to approve it, and it's in the next stage. So now the next stage is that I send out the order. So now it's in a purchase order. It's need the second approval. I'm still logged in as a superintendent, so I'm allowed to approve. And there it is. So now I can print it out and directly send it to my supplier to receive this at the end. So, and now I say, okay, it's a few days later, and now I receive this. So I click on receive items. Yes, I have received all. So I want to have it here, the 7. And I put it, how many is it? 12. So I can set it in each master storage I have linked it in. So I see 7 and 12. So the only one I have not set on received is the last one. So I put it also in here. It is 12. And then I see, okay, I have received them, and I can move it to the next stage that we have everything received. So it's delivered and completed, and it's directly in our system. So you can easily do it manually in this way, or you can use the barcodes if you print the barcodes. So you can, if you have the deliverables, you can print all line items, all labels for the items. You can stick them then on the packages and then easily scan in, scan out to do it automatically and much faster and easy. Now we come to the additional functionality in the case we have the barcode module active. So with this you can perform the active inventory, for example. For this I go to the lower deck 1. I can easily scan the barcode for it, and so here we see, okay, I can perform the active inventory. The O-ring should be according to the database, 1 time in, and I say, yes, it is 1 in. There should be no bearing in, and I say yes, it's none, and there are 14 additional bearings. This one we created. Yes, I tick it yes, and apply. And I want to update the items. So this feature gives you a very handy functionality to keep track of your stock. For example, if you have a full year without checking your items, honestly, you don't know where what is. So with this, you can easily adjust the data in your database to have correct data in. So definitely recommended to do it. The next topic is assigned storages. This is, for example, from lower deck 1 to the main deck 1, and I need the barcode. I take the barcode from my inventory which we have created. So here's the barcode, copy it. So normally you do it with the scanner, but you can copy it also. We go back to assigned storage, set the barcode from lower deck to main deck, set the barcode and transfer. Yeah, I want to transfer 5. Here we see it's the bearing, it's the quantity minimum maximum, and I want to apply. So this bearing is from lower deck to main deck with a quantity of 5. And so it's done. So very easy and handy. The last topic for today is the stock history. The stock history shows you what is done with your stock. You can filter for time frame or for the spare part itself, for the storage, for the user, and for the reason. For example, if you type in reason damaged, then you have the full list of spares which are damaged and need to replace. So maybe you can consider to use different ones instead of this. And this was not the last topic. I'm sorry about it. The reports. This is the last topic. So there we can go into the technical components. Now into the database structure, and we have several reports. This is in the database structure and the inventory itself. So with this you can pull out all barcodes, you can label your storages, you have a storage overview, and the inventory list you can print out. So it gives you definitely the full overview about your stock and inventory. So we definitely recommend this module to reduce the needed time on board to find spares, and with this you have the full history, what is used, what you will need for the next time. So I hope this video was helpful, and I thank you very much for your attention and time, and yeah, my last word is bye bye.